Bob, the Pirates are on a roll in terms of softball. At one point, a little over a month ago, you guys were 8-9, uh, coming off of what was probably a little bit of a disappointing series over at Puget Sound. Uh, you warmed up a little bit in California, and since that point, you've won 12 out of 14 games. Where did that switch flip? Is it just a matter of being outside? What's going on with this team?
Uh, it a combination of both. So I think literally we were able to get out and get warm in California. We kind of break with a lot of good weather there. But just before that, the team really started to talk. It's one of those things where people know my style is a little bit different, and I try to make them understand how important it is to work through each other, buy into each other, know that if a mistake is made, somebody's going to get your back. All these types of phrases that only work if a team really ultimately tries to make an effort to buy into that. And on the side, the team got together and they started to just throw out words like having fun. Our football coach came to us last year and in one presentation talked about how we respond. So having fun and responding, just two things that it sounds like it's a lot of hard work and effort, which is some of that, but sometimes it's just that little magic wand of community, and they've bought into each other, and that has really helped. Winning games has helped, no doubt, because we could have had the same positive attitudes and still tripped up and lost some games, but they've just gotten to a point to where they anticipate being in every game, being in a position to win a game, and now winning a game. So, there was some sort of a switch that just flipped within them, and then all of a sudden they start looking at, wow, there's not much time left in the season. We've got to go to work. That was a tough point in our season when we went to UPS. We thought we would have been better at that time. And now we get Linfield, who we should have had earlier in the season. I'm glad that we get them at this time. No doubt about it, they've gotten better, Steve, but so have we.
Before we talk about Linfield a little more, let's talk about this past weekend, Lewis and Clark, a much improved program. Took 3 out of 4 from them. Our first full series at home. Just go back over the weekend and things you take out of this weekend that are positive and exciting about looking forward.
There's a lot of emotional return to that weekend because a lot of our fans got to see them for the first time, our faculty, some of our coaches, a lot of our staff. I just want people to see this team. They're just so fun to be around, and they're athletic, and when it's fun softball to watch. To me, I think it's as good of a team to watch as there is in the conference, and then for them to be able to perform at home the way they did. I was a little unsure because, yes, we are at home now. We're in our own beds and going to classes, but there's a fun rhythm when you're out on the road, and that's all you're doing is softball. So there's other things around them that could have maybe detracted from what our goal was over the weekend. And Lewis and Clark was actually even better than I thought they were going to be. That is a team that has been putting it together for a couple of years, but for those that watched that game and didn't realize the type of team we were going against, those were 3 really stinking good wins. And we put ourselves in position in game 4 for that win, and I need the foul lines to be a little bit wider maybe. Good defensive plays from both teams. It was just a really fun weekend. It also shows how hard this conference is. I don't know that the conference gets enough credit for how tough it is top to bottom.
Speaking of which, over the next 5-6 days, we've got 8 games against 2 really good teams. We've got obviously nationally ranked Linfield coming in on Wednesday and Thursday, and then the one conference team that's given Linfield a conference loss, George Fox, coming in on the weekend. Break down those teams for us and what are their strengths and what do we need to watch out for?
Yeah, this is what you want. You want to be in that mix. You want to have your name in those conversations, and for us to really solidify our name within that conversation, we've got to go out and not just play well, we have to win some games. You begin with Linfield, and Coach is just doing it again down there. That's a team that I thought was going to be maybe a little less athletic this year, or might have an opportunity for some of the teams in the conference to pick them off here and there. all they've done is just gotten better as the season went along, and frankly, they have, if not the best, one of the best pitchers in the entire country. We might as well just leave her photo as Player of the Week up in perpetuity. She's just that good. This is just a reflection of a program that has, I mean, it's sustained as a top tier program in not only our conference but in the country, and we like that in our conference. I think we should get more respect, and Linfield helps us get that. It's not a team that we're afraid of, and I mean that respectfully. We think that we have the right tools. Some of the things that you and I talked about at the beginning of the season that I thought would be probably applicable as we went along. Our pitching, which has gotten better this year, and our defense, which when it's not tired, it's as good as it gets. So looking forward to that series. It's going to be super difficult without a doubt. And then George Fox. So we're all still jockeying for playoff positions. We're not solidified in the Northwest Conference tournament yet. And that is a team that has not played up to its full potential yet. But those teams get scary when they get on at the right time. You better put up runs against George Fox, or somehow figure out how to silence those really good bats. So a lot of great challenges for us, Steve, and I think it's a little peek of what the conference tournament will be like. And then, of course, we've got senior weekend this weekend, some things that we hopefully emotionally, that those can get to you, especially with a couple of our seniors that have just been huge parts of our program.